Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dan the Delight and today I'm going to be giving you a Martin Odegaard FIFA 23 player review. This is the 84 rated central midfielder. As always, if you've seen one of my videos before, you'll know that we get into the base stats, then the in-game stats, then some gameplay, if I think he's worth it. As you can tell, I am an Arsenal supporter, so I had to get my hands on Odegaard, the 84 now upgraded centre midfielder. So let's get into his stats. 76 pace, 75 shooting, 86 passing, 84 dribbling, 63 physical and 58 defending. Not too bad, some stats stand out there. Normally if I can pick out 3 key stats, then that's a very good card. On this one I'm seeing 2, the 86 passing and the 84 dribbling. However, they are both very nice stats, especially that 86 passing for a central midfielder. We've got 5-star skill moves, which is fantastic. I don't really use skill moves, but I know that a lot of people do. So, and then the 2-star weak foot, which is pretty bad, to be honest, unfortunately. I bought him for 6,300 coins, so that is the price that I'm going to be basing off if he is worth it from. Again, I'm playing him as a central midfielder. You can play him as a central attacking midfielder, obviously a striker if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it with them stats. CDM, again, I wouldn't recommend it, but they're the positions that you can. And he's left-footed with a high attacking, medium defensive work rate. As always guys, if this video does help you, please do give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button for more videos like this, and there will be a link in the description down below with all of the FIFA 23 player reviews that I will be doing going forward and that I've already done. So we're going to get into the actual players' in-game stats next, and then some gameplay, and then back to the in-game stats where I'm going to be giving you what I think is each individual stat should actually get. So let's get into the in-game stats now and see what we're working with. Alright, so we've got the 76 pace, which is made up of 78 acceleration and 75 sprint speed. Not bad, they're quite even. I like it when they're quite close to each other because it means that the pace won't drop off as you play through when you're dribbling with him, so that's pretty good. I mean, 76 pace is okay for a central midfielder. It's not fantastic, but it's not the worst either. Some of them do get into the 60s, so I'm okay with that. 75 shooting, I feel like that's harsh. Just by how he plays in real life, I feel like that's harsh anyway. But 75 passing, shooting, that's made up of 79 attack positioning, which isn't great, I don't think, for a central midfielder. 75 finishing, 76 shot power, 77 long shots, 76 volleys, and 63 penalties. Nothing really standing out there, unfortunately. They're all very average stats, and that's a shame because I would think that he should have better shooting than that, if I'm going to be completely honest, just based off of his real life performances. And then the passing at 86, this is the key stat for me. 86 vision, 84 crossing, 85 free kick accuracy, 88 short pass, 84 long pass, and 83 curve. Some really nice stats in there. I'm expecting him to ping the balls up and down, especially with that short pass and the curve and the vision there. Through balls hopefully will work. Short pass, I don't really do long passes to be honest, but it's a pretty nice stat as well. And then if you get a free kick, he might be your man to take it. 84 dribbling, made up of the 85 agility, 83 balance, 74 reactions, 85 ball control, 85 dribbling, and 78 composure. The key stats there are the higher ones, so the dribbling, the ball control, agility, they're all higher, so that's good, because for me they're the 3 main ones when it comes to dribbling. The rest of them, you know, they obviously do contribute, but not as much in my opinion, so I'm happy with the dribbling stats there, to be honest. The defending we're not going to get into too much because he is an attacking midfielder more. He's got the higher a medium. We'll get into, I guess, the heading accuracy and the defensive awareness. They're not too bad. They're the 2 that I would say that I would mainly focus on. The tackling there is not going to be very good. In the physical, unfortunately, he's got very low strength at 56, which I guess is accurate, to be honest. His strength isn't that good in general in real life, so I'm pretty okay with that. Jumping at 46, you ain't going to be scoring headers with this guy, not with the heading accuracy, the jumping, and his height. And then the stamina at 79, pretty good, and 63 aggression. So overall, some very nice stats there, specifically the passing and the dribbling. They're the main 2 stats, so I'm expecting him to be quite just sit there in the middle, do some spins, maybe dribble around a few people, and then pass over. I'm not expecting him to burst forward and score too many goals. So let's get into some gameplay in just a moment, and we'll see how he plays. And we'll go back to this and see what exactly stats I would give him, and if he's worth the coins at this point in the game. So let's get into some gameplay and give my final thoughts on Martin Odegaard. Alright, so he is an odd player. He really is an odd player. I had a lot of fun with him. I like Odegaard in real life. Obviously he's the captain for Arsenal. I'm going to like him. But there are some negatives with this player. He is pretty slow. It felt like his pace was less than what it says on the card, to be honest. It felt pretty sluggish. There were some moments like this. His turning was good, and his like dribbling and passing and that sort of thing. They were really good, but his actual pace running on the ball was pretty poor. He didn't get forward at all. If anything, it felt more like a central defensive midfielder rather than an attacking midfielder. I know I played him in CM, which isn't like an attacking mid, it's just sort of normally just sitting there, but he always seemed like he was in his own half a lot more than what he was in the opponent's half, which is a bit annoying because I wanted him to just sit there and ping the balls to the strikers or to the attacking midfielder that I was using, and then be able to, you know, set up some goals and stuff like that. But no, it felt more like he was in a CDM position, which is weird though, because his defensive stats on the card were pretty poor, but he was making all the tackles. I don't know what it was that he was doing, but he was managing to get in there and make some good tackles. So yeah, definitely a very strange card. Not what I expected, to be honest with you. Not bad, still not a bad card. Like that. I mean, he's making tackles, then doing the passing. If only he was doing that further up on the pitch, it would have been fantastic. But he was just always sitting back there. So maybe playing him as a CDM might work out well for you. I'm not sure. It just felt weird. It wasn't what I was expecting with the card, unfortunately. I didn't really have any shots or any chances to have any shots with him. He didn't score for me because he was just not high up enough, unfortunately. So let's get back to the stats now, and we'll give the final rundown on is he worth it. So his pace felt lower than 76 for me. I'm going to have to give it like a 72. It felt pretty slow, I'm not going to lie. On the ball he felt slow, he wasn't really making any runs, so I'm just going to have to lower it down to about a 72, unfortunately. Shooting as well, I can't comment. It's going to have to be stuck with a 75, but I didn't get any shots away anyway, so what can I do? I can't give him any more than that, unfortunately. So yeah, I literally can't comment on that one to bring it up or down. Passing felt good. 86 is a very nice stat as it is anyway, so I'm not going to actually change that. I think 86 is a very generous and very accurate stat there. So I'm going to leave that about an 86. He was pinging the balls around when he was in the right areas, and as you saw in a couple of them clips, he was getting the ball and then making good passes. He really lost the ball, just not in the right area, but that comes under the attack position and in the shooting area, I suppose. Dribbling felt good. Again, not fast though. So yeah, you didn't really beat any players if you were sort of running at them. It was more like the tight ones, if you was needing to turn and pass and that sort of thing. You did manage to do that quite well, so I'm not going to deduct anything there. 84 is about right. Now this stat here, defending, this is not one that I expected to even need to talk about. But 58 defending needs to be increased because he was just putting in them tackles and he was winning the ball constantly. I'm going to bring it up to like a 70. 58 is low. 78 is still pretty low. 70, sorry. But yeah, 70 is about right for me, I feel like. He was up there with sort of like the defensive midfielders that I've used. So 70 for the defending, which is a huge jump. Not one that I'd normally give, but for me it has to be given. And then the physical as well, I think you have to bring that to about 70 as well, because he was pushing people off the ball. He wasn't getting pushed off the ball really. Not that I noticed. I think I passed before I even got to that point, so I was a bit scared by his strength, to be honest. But he was pushing people off the ball when he was winning it for fouls. So I'm going to increase the physical to about 70 as well. So overall, I mean, we've upgraded some, we've downgraded some. The main question now is he worth it? I mean, what was it, 8,100 coins that I paid for him? At this stage in the game, would there be better central midfielders? I'm not sure. 8,100 coins isn't that much. He's the best out of the ones that I've used so far. But it's very difficult. I don't know if my Arsenal bias is kicking in. At this point in the game, I'd say he's worth it. But maybe maybe it'd be better to try him as a CAM rather than a CM. I'm not sure. I might have to give that a go and let you know in perhaps my next review. Just a little side note if he is better as a CAM. But yeah, for me, I'd say he is worth it just about. Bit frustrating though that he's not better than what he is. An inform might increase him and make him a bit better, and playing him as a cam. But hopefully this video has helped. If it has, please do give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button for more videos like this, and there is a link in the description down below full of FIFA 23 player reviews. As always guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye.